What else do you remember?
I think I remember everything.
Tell me.
My parents, they had a restaurant in Chinatown, in San Francisco Chinatown, and they wanted me to take it over and keep it running, but I didn't want to be tied down. I knew who I was, and that was beyond just being gay, and I still never felt like I belonged there. And then, I think it was 71, my dad let this punk band play in the restaurant, and, I think it was the worst music I've ever heard. But, God, the way they carry themselves and how they dressed, I fell in love with it. Shit, I think I fell in love with that music, too. So I went upstairs and I chopped off my hair, and then I was gone. I didn't even say goodbye. Anyway, I started in LA, and then I just kept going. I was in Seattle, Des Moines, Houston, and I thought about calling home every day, but I kept running and running and running until New Orleans. I learned to cook burgers in this grungy bar, and the lesbians there, well, they started off calling me Drunk Jane, but then it just got shortened to Jane. And they brought me into the culture and the feel of the city, and I felt, I don't know, I wondered if it could be home. And I thought about calling home every day, but I never did, and I thought I could put down new roots here. And then, shit. Something happened.
Fire broke out in a second-floor bar last night, killing 29 people and injuring 15.
Yeah, nearly 50 years ago, it was the New Orleans community, the LGBT community, dealing with an arson attack, the aftermath of it. It happened at the upstairs lounge in the French Quarter. It never really got a lot of national attention at the time, but it does serve as a reminder just how far back these attacks go.
Those who escaped reported smelling gasoline before the room was engulfed with flames.
Whatever it was, it must have been really bad, I think. I don't know why else I would have left. But I did. I went to the Northeast, went to a lot of cities there, met a lot of people there, met a lot of girls there. It wasn't always good. I couldn't win with the Asians because I was gay, but I couldn't win with the gays because I was Asian, and then even when I couldn't win because of how I dress. It's just always some bullshit like that. But the people there, a lot of them were good. There were girls that stayed and built bridges and built communities, and those were the heroes. And that wasn't me. I'm not a hero. I'd patch you up, I'd cook you a meal, but I didn't stay. And then I wound up in New York. I did a lot more of the same, but it felt different, kind of the way New Orleans felt. And there was so much good here. I had a good job, there was a good fight, and there was so much good music here, with Rolling Stones, Talking Heads, and then... Fuck. Something happened.
New York prepares for another night as Mayor Beam asks for state troopers and a National Guard standby, and recriminations fly over what caused the blackout of 77.
It was just after 9:30 p.m. when the streetwalkers in Times Square were suddenly doused in darkness, and thousands of passengers on graffiti-scarred trains became stuck, often in tunnels.
9:34 last night, the blackout had spread across Westchester and all 5 boroughs of New York City.
God, that's so... I don't know, the shit I was doing, even when I thought it was stupid, it was important. And I know it was important because queer couples come into this train all the time, and they're together, and they're happy, and no one gives a damn. And that was not true when I took this train. I bled, and I fought, and I pushed, and I don't even remember any of it. It's all hazy. It's this big, stupid blur. And I don't know what sent me running from place to place. I don't know why I left New Orleans. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. What if no one remembers it anymore? Because they never sent photographers to shit like this. Never. We did not matter to them. So if no one sent a photographer, what if everything's been lost? Do you know how that feels? What if you were the only person alive with a memory of something, and you don't even have that memory? And it's all just gone forever.
It's okay. We're gonna figure it out.
How do you know that?
That's what I'm here for. And hey, even if you don't remember, it's not like it's all gone. You're still here. You're still proof.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am.